I don't quite know how to start this conversation right here. Yesterday afternoon, Sandy and I went to get in the stand, and she went in ahead of me, and I was trying to take care of a couple of things around the farm. Anyway, started toward the woods and forgot my orange, went back to the house. Started back to the woods, forgot my harness. I thought, the heck with it. I've got some deer coming in down here, so I'll get back with you in a minute. Sorry about that. I had a door to phone just come through, so I had to let them work their way through here before I got back to the video. But anyway, I was headed into my stand yesterday. Was going to set a lock on, but I forgot my harness. So I decided I'd sit in a buddy stand just across a little field from the lock on, which was perfectly fine. It's a great little setup for the afternoon hunt. It just puts the sun in your eyes a little bit. So anyways, I had left my backpack and my horns and other stuff. I had left it laying at this stand after I finished the morning hunt yesterday, because I was planning on going back to that same area. But in my mind, I thought I remembered leaving my rifle up there with it also, which I didn't. I carried it back to the house. So time I had gone back and forth a time or two, I just said heck with it. We only had about an hour and a half before dark. So I thought, I'm just gonna climb up in the stand and just sit and just watch and see what happens. And that was a mistake. I had a good 140 inch, I'm guessing, 9, maybe a 10 point come out. He's got a really long G2s. He's got a good split on one G2. Nice, tall, probably wasn't only but about 16 inches wide, but he walked right by me. I had him at 40 yards. I got video of him, and I'll show you that. Anyway, it just kind of, you know what I'm trying to say, I hope. Anyways, got up this morning. We only got a couple hours to hunt. We're having a dinner at my brother's house today. So finally got ready, got Sandy set up. I went to get in my tree. I forgot my harness again. So I drove back to the house, got my harness, and come back. I was gonna walk to the other side of the field and get in a lock on the other side of the field. It's about 250 yards across there. But I decided instead to sit this stand that I'm in now because it was just easier to get into, and I was already running a little late and hadn't been in the stand 45 minutes. Right after I got in the stand, I had a small buck across the field. About 45 minutes, I look up, and on the far side of the field, 40 yards from the other stand, I see a doe coming across, and right behind her there is a stud. I mean, an absolute stud following her. And I grabbed my shooting stick and to get my rifle up, and at 250 yards, he pegged me in this tree. So it kind of put me on edge, but he turned his head. I got my rifle up. And as soon as I got the rifle up, he looked back at me, and he, you could just tell he was nervous. So I kind of rushed my shot. And at this point right now, I think I missed him completely. I'm hoping that I didn't, because if I didn't, he'll be my best buck ever. I feel fairly confident. Anyways, beautiful morning. Couldn't ask for a more picturesque, more beautiful morning. It's nice and cool. The sun's finally come up over the trees. It's gonna get warm here in a few minutes, but that's okay. Just setting it out, sitting on nerves. I've been shaking so bad. I told my son, or told Andrew earlier, I said, I'm shaking so bad, I think I'm gonna fall out of this tree. But my nerves have finally settled. I've accepted the fact that I've missed, but I'm hoping I didn't. So I didn't have any video. The tree that I'm sitting on, I didn't bring anything with me because I was pushed for time this morning. So, anyways, at best, hopefully we'll get to show you a recovery. At worst, I missed. And I'll talk about it. And the more I talk about it, the bigger it gets. So hang out, hang with us, and let's just wait and see what we get into here in a little bit and see what happens. Good morning. It's November the 18th. Sandy and I are on a private piece of property that we have access to in Georgia. Exciting to see what the day brings. We are right on the brink of these bucks really turning loose. We've seen just a little chasing. Mostly so far, we've just seen the bucks kind of following the does. Hadn't been a whole lot of chasing yet, but it's just starting to get started. Still a few leaves hanging on the trees. The color is just absolutely beautiful. The sun's coming up. And it's just, the morning is just absolutely picture perfect. It's about 43 degrees this morning, dead calm so far. So we are out here. Just gonna see if we can't make something happen. We've got a front coming through the middle of the week. We've got some rain coming, got a cold front coming in. So if we can't make it happen before then, I feel fairly confident at the end of the week, this weekend, it'll really get exciting in the Georgia woods. We've got temperatures that's going to be down into the 30s, 40s for highs. Be the back end on the back end of this cold front coming in, and so, but we're hoping we can make it happen before then. We had a good buck show up on camera yesterday. Saturday morning, bad as I hate to say it, I missed a really, really nice 140-ish. Just flat out missed him. No excuse, no rhyme or reason. Even at my age, I guess we still get buck fever. I kind of rushed the shot a little bit. He was following a doe, and when I brought my rifle up, he pegged me in a tree, and I could tell he was getting nervous, and I kind of pushed the shot a little bit, but hey, that's the way it goes. It's I have to get back with you. Oh. I just blistered a big old 8-pointer. Big old nice wide 8. I think it's the 8 that I missed the other day. He's down right out here about 40 yards. Oh my God, I am about to fall out of this tree. Ooh. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you a little little redemption. Just a little bit of redemption right there, buddy. Whew. I gotta call Sandy. I gotta let Sandy know, and then I gotta call my son. Whew. I tell you what, Sandy's on her way up here. I called Andrew. He's got both the girls at home from school today. They have really been sick, so I don't know if he's gonna make it down or not. But anyways, Sandy's on her way up here. I hate to mess up her hunt this morning, but I got to get out of this tree. I'm still shaking so bad. I got to get out of this tree before I fall out of this tree. I can get down here and put my hands on this deer just as soon as Sandy gets up here with me. Anyways, we'll show you some more video here in a few minutes. Let me get out of this tree and let me get down here and get my hands on him. I was sitting watching a doe. I've had a couple of does cross this morning. Just had one come up the power lines and was watching her. She fed across a little food plot. She went in the edge of the woods right up here and went right outside and turned around and come right back out. And I thought, well, that's kind of funny. And then she just kind of started easing down the wood line. And I'm watching her, and this big rascal, he come right out of the woods with his head down and started toward her, and they were working into this corner. And I was able to get a shot on him, and I hit him in his left shoulder. And he turned and come running across the field, and I thought, oh crap. And I was able to get a second shot off and got a second shot. I got him in the other shoulder. And when I hit him the second time, he folded up right here and made it to right there. And that's as far as she went. If I'm not mistaken, this is the same buck that I missed on Saturday morning. And I've been sick ever since. No rhyme or reason for the shot that I missed. I just got in a hurry and I just flat out missed it.
What a monster. What a monster.
He is a beautiful buck. He is an absolutely beautiful buck. His hocks are jet black. They're so it is on. It is turning on here in Georgia. So we're gonna get him up here on top of the hill and get some pictures of him.
And there you stand back here that you were in. So he no dragging him up. Well, small little hill, but
we don't have to. I just want to get him up there to get some pictures. We can pull the right here.
That is amazing.
My
goodness.
Absolutely beautiful buck.
My
absolutely beautiful
goodness.
I believe this is going to top that one that I killed with my bow back in October. I won't know till I put a tape on it, but it's going to be real close.
Goodness.
What a beautiful, beautiful.
Nice mass, nice everything. So symmetrical. Oh, what a mount that buddy will make. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
Blessed,
Amen.
blessed,
Amen.
blessed.
Beyond our words. Get this guy up here and get him on top of the hill, get a few pictures made. I'm gonna get him to the barn and we're gonna get Sandy back in the woods. We've got another really nice buck that I saw Friday afternoon. Almost ashamed, and I almost hate to tell this story, but it'll go to show you that anything can happen. Always be prepared. Friday afternoon, Sandy had gone to the woods, and she got in a little earlier than I did. I had a couple of things that I had to get done, and when I finally decided to go to the woods, I started back on the property, and I got about halfway back to where I was going and realized I didn't have my orange vest. So I took off and went back to get my orange vest. Friday morning, I hunted this particular stand that I was headed to, and I had left my backpack and my shooting stick and some other things. I just left them all laying there by the stand, and I walked back to the house. Well, when I walked back to the house, I walked with my rifle. Well, by Friday afternoon, I forgot that, and I'm thinking my rifle is with my bag and everything. So anyway, I done made one trip halfway down here, had to turn around and go back to the house. Something else come up, had to go back to the house. So finally, I get back here, I get to where I'm gonna get my stuff together, I get ready to get in the stand, and when I get to my backpack, I'm like, where in the heck is my rifle at? I had everything but my gun. And I thought, you know what? Hour and a half before dark, I ain't gonna see nothing anyway. I'm just gonna sit just hang out until Sandi gets done. Maybe she'll kill something, and the heck with it. Boy, was that a mistake. About 45 minutes later, right out of this same hole right here, up across this ridge, there was a really nice, he's tall, 10. He's got little kickers out on his main beams, but his G2's got a really nice split on it. He's easy 140-inch deer, I believe. And I sat there in the stand, and all I could do was video him. Had him at 40 yards, dead broadside. So we'll show you some video of it too, and you can all get a laugh at the old man, what a dummy he was. But the good Lord was good to me this morning. He let me make it up on another one, and this one here is just as good. So if all goes according to plan, hopefully before the day's over with, Sandi will put this other one on the ground, and we'll show you a close-up of it. So y'all hang out. Let's get this deer out here, get some pictures of it, and we'll go from there. We appreciate you guys watching. I know Joan and Andrew do. If you get a chance, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and follow them. Georgia Public Project. We're happy to have you guys come along.
I seen the body come through back here about 2 or 3 minutes later, and I thought, oh, a way smaller one, something. Please, Jesus.
All right, y'all. Keep your fingers crossed.
Don't tell everybody yet.
We got, if all goes like we just hope, our other target buck, Sandi just shot. I shot him about 10 minutes ago. I just got back here. She's just coming off the tree. She said she got a real good high mule kick. She had him about 90 yards. So I'm joining her. We're gonna go over here and see what we can find. And we're praying that this goes as good or better than the first one this morning. What a way to close a day out.
No blood.
Come to your left right here. Come to your left right here. Look straight in front of you.
No way. No way.
I think it's that palmated 9.
You just look good to me.
That don't matter. God, what a friggin' stud. Walk me through it.
I guess you shot yours at, I think 8:09 is the time that I've got kind of in my phone when I heard the shot. So we came up, got yours. You shot from the same stand I just shot this bad boy from. Yours, you shot probably about 15 yards on the same side, probably at 15 yards
Closer to the stand.
Closer to the stand than this one. This one I rattled in. It was so much fun. I had rattled one in earlier, a little 8-point that was chasing does all over the place, and he come in, I mean, just immediately, like in about 30 seconds or so, I heard him coming through the woods behind me. This one, probably, I guess, about 2, 3, 4 minutes or something. Barely heard him easing down through the woods. He wasn't chasing or anything, but he was coming to where the rattling was, and he wound up behind me, and he came out right beside me over there, and he come around a clump of trees, came beside some hedges. I never could see him real good or get a shot at him. I just seen the mass, and I seen what a big body he was, and so I knew he was a shooter for me or whatever. Anyway, so he got over here and he started going in the woods, and I started to grunt, and I didn't, because then he turned all of a sudden and he walked a few steps this way, and I had a good broadside shot, so I thought, I think I'll take it. So I did, and he kicked up so high I thought he was fixing to face plant, and then he took off down the woods. So I had no clue if I'd have hit him very good or not and everything. And so whenever Greg showed up, we just started walking, and I was looking for blood. There wasn't any blood anywhere. I couldn't find anything. So I thought, I must have missed him, because I missed one a week ago. Tomorrow, Tuesday, last Tuesday, I missed a big buck in the back. And so anyways, we started walking down through there, and Greg said, come here. I said, you find blood? He said, come here. So I walked down there, and he's laying, what, 20 yards from where I shot him, maybe?
Maybe. He run in about 20 yards, made a hard right, and didn't make it 20 yards and just collapsed.
Yep.
He was walking down through there, and I just happened to see his back. I didn't see the rack yet. I just seen his back, and I told her, I said, hey, come here. She said, you find blood? I said, just come here. And she goes down, and she's walking in front of me. She said, I don't see any blood anywhere. I said, look, about 10 yards down there in front of you. And we walked over just a little old bitty tiny terrace, and there he lay. And here he is. What a stud. This day has been picture perfect for the Foster family.
Yep. I actually let this one walk twice last week in the back. One time I watched him for about 16 minutes on video. I mean, he was maybe 25 yards in front of me, just watching him. And then the other time, about another 5 minutes or so, just thinking, I don't know. But
today she made her mind up, and she knew.
And I don't think I've seen one. It almost has like a moose-looking antler. So, but anyways, it's been a good day.
Excellent job, Mama.
Thank you. So we have a lot of fun. We actually, several years back, Greg shot a monster over at our club at Ball Ground on a Friday morning at 8 o'clock out of a lock-on in the back that we call in the back over there. And exactly 1 week later, I was in it, and at an hour later, I mean, like at 9 o'clock in the morning, I shot a huge one back there. We've had so much fun down through the years. So he looks like a really
been blessed.
One. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. He's a good mature deer. Very nice deer to take. He is perfect. Gonna look good on the wall with all the rest of them.
Yeah. I'm kind of full.